Everybody's always rolling. Cool. All right. Good afternoon. Whoop. Good afternoon, everyone. Eric, the racket scientist here. I have something for you today. That is this Auraspeed 90F from Victor. This is my wife's racket. She wanted me to regrip this because she recently got it restrung, hasn't used it in a while, wants to go back and use it as her headlight racket. As you can see, it's a pretty cute racket. I have to admit, I don't know too much about this model other than, well, you can tell visually that it's probably targeted at female players because it's all sparkly and cute. But no one says that men can't enjoy sparkly, cute things too. Be secure in their own masculinity. What I can tell you is that this is a 4U G5 racket, and despite being 4U, it feels very light. It's this would be probably a true headlight racket, and this flex is definitely more on the medium side, so this will probably be one of the most easy to use, one of the softest of the Auraspeed 90s. You know, there's 90K is probably the most well-known one and probably the most aggressive one. One Anders Intelsen uses, 90K1. There was also 90K2 that some pro players used, and then 90K metallic. There's also a 90S, which I'm not exactly sure what the specs of that one are, but I would have to assume it's somewhere in the middle. This has a free core handle, and yeah, so we're regripping this because this was gripped before. My wife was accustomed to using handles with the undergrip removed, so this still has the undergrip on it, just has an overgrip over it. So we're going to take this off and then, you know, make the grip smaller. Yeah, and you know, also nice, newly tensioned. So, but before I take this off, let's take a moment to appreciate this grip. Hopefully it focuses, but you'll notice that there's this Gosen band at the end, and if you've seen some of my previous videos where some of my rackets, they had the kind of flare at the base. You can also get something like this and put it around the base, and it kind of does the same thing. It either holds the grip in place or creates this flare so that your hand doesn't slip off it as easily. And this is a cute Gosen one. It's got some cat paws, cat design, pretty cute. You may notice that this grip also has a pattern on it, and this is also a Gosen grip. They manufacture this cat pattern grip. It's got cat faces and cat paws on it. You can't really see it that well because half of it's covered with the grip, but you'll notice that even the tape up here has cats on it and cat paws, so we're going to undo that. And then when I unravel this grip, I'll show you the pattern, and we'll go from there. I will not be replacing it with another cat grip, unfortunately, but for all you lovers of cats and cute things out there, just know that this grip is an option. And there, you can find that in some places if you know where to look. Sure, if you just search up Gosen cat grip. yeah, as you can see, this grip wasn't super dirty, but you know, it has been on here a long time, which is why it's disintegrating. And this is again why I'm kind of very much support using the whole like electrical tape thing. Protect your grip. Yeah, so before we go any further, let's take a look at this here, and this is what I was talking about, this cat pattern, this little cat faces and cat paws. It's just a bit of a shame that it's in the center of the grip, so that if you do a full overlap, it cuts off some of the pattern, so you have to do a slight overlap. Now I think what could be cool is putting patterns on both the top and the bottom, so no matter how much you're overlapping, you're going to be able to see some of that pattern fully. So for example, there was a cat paw up here on the top and the bottom. Well, the top one would have been covered, but the bottom one would have been fully visible. So I think that could be a good design. The other thing, it's kind of hard to see because it's been stretched, but you'll notice actually both ends of this grip are tapered, which means that you can actually grip it either way. You can grip it the standard, I don't know, what's the standard direction? It's counterclockwise, or you could do clockwise. You can also seal both the bottom and the top ends with the adhesive tape, so there's no need to start with like a non-adhesive end too. So, and when it's new, this grip does feel pretty good, so it's just a good grip in general. Now the only disadvantage is, I think I can show you this here. I think this goes for most grips, but the Yonex Super Grip is quite a bit longer, and so that's why you saw the grip was kind of, when it was on the racket, kind of came short up the cone. So I'm just kind of, it's going to go off camera, but you're just going to have to believe that I'm pulling them at the same rate. You can see that the Yonex Super Grip is about, what is that? 5-6 inches longer. Leave it to a man to know what 5 or 6 inches looks like. But like I said, that goes for a lot of different grips. I've bought random grips, like tennis grips, off of Amazon or from like other brands, and like the Yonex standard Super Grip is the longest out of all of them, which is, you know, it's nice if you have a thicker, long, especially with rackets nowadays having longer handles. Like I mean, I don't have a 100ZZ at this point, but handles that are kind of at that length, they take up more grip, and so it makes it harder to, if you do a full overlap, it makes it harder to budget the grip that it gets to the top, and God forbid that you don't take off the undergrip, so it's thicker, and then now you have a very long and wider grip to like budget your grip, and then you can't make it extend all the way. So, you know, it's just in general unfortunate. Now again, because this is free core handle, this will be a very fast one. We're just gonna unravel this, and shouldn't really have any trouble here. A little bit of double-sided adhesive tape that should come off easily. Handle is a little bit tacky. We're gonna go over it once with an alcohol wipe to get rid of that. And then we should basically be ready to get the new grip on there. She has requested a white Super Grip, which is why I have that one. It is probably second to last one. Yeah, I guess this is probably the last one. So she's got my second to last white one. Let's get another reel of white. Okay, be right back. Some of my older, smaller wipes. Yeah, that's fine. Oopsies. All right. This is really interesting. So on most free core rackets, you don't get too good of a view of this, but on this one in particular, you can very clearly see how empty the bottom half of the handle is, and you know, maybe they do this to make it lighter or whatever. It's also still kind of sticky. So I will actually go over it with more, but you can actually kind of see how empty that is, and there's not a lot of structure in there up until around here, and then there's some structure, and the shaft ends around here. I think in some Victor rackets that the shaft actually extends farther, or at least that there's more internal structure to the free core handle to add rigidity. So I'm not super sure why it wasn't done here. I don't know if it's because they assume, you know, women will be using this racket that are not as strong, that they won't feel as much distortion. Could be to, you know, save some money, but yeah. I mean, at any rate, like it's, I think that it could be valid reasoning because, you know, if you're not swinging super hard, then really you're not going to notice, or you're not, you know, gripping the racket super hard. You're not going to notice the absence of an internal structure in the free core handle. Really not. So that's probably fine. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. It's pretty easy. Just a little bit. These end caps are always kind of annoying to get super clean, so oftentimes I just kind of give up a little bit on that. So, but that is pretty good. So, okay. And let's hope I didn't miss anything significant, because again, any lumps, okay. Fine, we'll do one more. Where is it again? That's here, okay. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's go with that. And get started here. We'll see. Having this clear cone actually makes it really hard to line up the tape properly because it's all the same color, so I can't, it's harder to see where the edge is. Kind of a funny thing, I guess. Okay, good. Probably gonna need to buy more cushion wrap and electrical tape soon. You know, when you buy this stuff in bulk, it's kind of hard to believe when you actually start to use it up. But I mean, when you go through, what, like 50 rackets, you figure it, you go through some of that stuff pretty quickly, so. I mean, the electrical tape is the funny thing because, you know, on a racket, you just have to do that once. And so there's only so much electrical tape you can really put on a bunch of rackets. Like the cushion wrap, I understand, right? Like every time you, I guess I don't talk about this that much, but yeah, like when you change the overgrip on a racket and you've put cushion wrap under it, you can change, or you can put your new overgrip on the old cushion wrap, but I generally don't recommend doing that. I mean, at the end of the day, cushion wrap is also a consumable, and it's, as the name suggests, it's cushiony, so it's like, I mean, if you don't care about the feeling of it, then that's fine. But like, you know, once you wrap it once and then use it, you know, kind of like any sort of foam cushiony thing, like a shoe or whatever, it gets compressed and it's not quite the same after that. So you might as well just put a new one on, have it be more comfortable, right? So like this stuff's pretty cheap. And as I say that, we're running out of that as well. So look how little I have left of those two. Found another one in my bag. This will last me quite a bit longer. But many things in life are finite, so. And unlike me, my wife likes to have the grip line up exactly at the edge, so I will be doing that instead, lining it up as best I can. I have no idea how much track of the grip I have going into this, so I'm probably gonna have to readjust it 1 or 2 times. we will see how that turns out. I suspect I'm going to have probably too much because I don't think that this is like a very long handle. So we will see. Might be okay. Oh, would you look at that? It actually looks pretty good. Let me make some adjustments here. Okay, oopsies. And we might just have gotten this about perfect. At the very least, I don't feel like redoing that. So, okay, cool. She also hates leaving this here, but I'm gonna leave it here just because it's her job to tear that off since I did the rest of the job for her. Anyways, oh, I guess, yeah, we gotta put back our little friend, the cat thing. To be honest, I don't really know what this is called, but it's a cat thing. It's got a cat on it, so we're gonna call it cat thing. I can't tell if it's like properly aligned with the bottom. It's probably fine. Okay. Anyways, cat thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that was a quick one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.